Good morning. This is the Eastern Idaho Planning Briefing for Friday, February 26th. As far as our weather impacts here for the next few days, we have the winter storm ongoing and continuing into the day on Saturday. Gusty winds expected as well today, especially in the Snake Plain and Southeast Highlands, which will cause some blowing and drifting snow concerns. We still have winter storm warnings and advisories in effect for portions of the area. And behind the system, it does look like things will become drier on the day for the day on Sunday and into much of next week. Current satellite view from across the western United States this morning, you can see this system moving into Idaho as we speak, and this is the system that will produce the widespread snow and wind across the area today and into the day tomorrow as well. As far as our weather impact overview, not a whole lot of changes from what we've had the last few days. Generally, the areas that we're expecting to have the most impact will be in the southeast and eastern highlands, as well as portions of the Wood River and the Sawtooths. The rest of the area, just about everybody will probably see snow today. Impacts generally are expected to be fairly minimal, especially in the Snake Plain, with overall accumulations pretty light. But nevertheless, there will be snow for just about everybody, so do have some concern with that. And as we get into the day on Saturday, the majority of the snow will be focused across the higher terrain, with only a few lingering snow showers across the Snake Plain and the Magic Valley. And as you can see behind this system, things really clear out, and not a whole lot of high impact weather expected. Basically no precip expected anywhere on Sunday, with only a few very, very light snow showers Monday and Tuesday across some of the higher terrain. But impacts from that should be very, very low. As far as our warnings and advisories, kind of a wide range of hazards out this morning. The winter storm warnings still in place across the Sun Valley region and up into the Sawtooths, as well as the eastern and southeastern highlands. To the west of there, winter weather advisories are in effect for these zones here, as well as portions of the South Hills. And to the west of that, we have wind advisories in place as well, where the area of the wind advisories still expecting to see snow, but accumulations are much lighter, and the wind is going to be more of an issue than the snow will be. So that's the reasoning behind the wind advisories. But every place here across the eastern portion of the state is going to be dealing with the winds today. But this is the area that will be predominantly wind as opposed to more snow, which is where the winter weather hazards are in place. So it's a complex system, certainly, and we'll get into some of the details here shortly. As far as high temperatures are concerned today, generally below average for this time of year, just about everywhere, as you would probably expect with a winter storm moving in. So temperatures in the Magic Valley, Snake Plain, slightly above freezing, with the upper Snake and the higher terrain generally expected to stay below freezing. And very similar as we get into the day tomorrow as well. Not a whole lot of change, perhaps a couple of degrees cooler, and very similar on Sunday as well. So switching gears and looking at the snowfall, these are our expected accumulations basically for the day today, Friday. So on top of what we've already seen, which we have seen some snow across the Island Park area as well as the Eastern Highlands and portions of the Central Mountains. So these are our additional accumulations, and you can see generally another couple of inches in the Sun Valley area as you head up towards Stanley and Galena Summit. We'll get some higher totals there. Same can be said across the Eastern Highlands. This is kind of the primary focus area today with some of the higher snow totals. And in the Snake Plain, these numbers have kind of trended up a little bit. Some of the high resolution model guidance has kind of been leaning towards perhaps a bit more snow today, especially in the around lunchtime or so today through late afternoon across the Snake Plains. So these totals have been nudged up higher. Wouldn't surprise me if a few spots perhaps get a tad more than 2 inches. It would be, kind of isolated, not widespread by any means, but some of our high resolution model guidance is showing the potential for a few areas that may get some enhanced snowfall activity. So these numbers have kind of trended up just a touch from previous forecasts. But as we get into Saturday, you can see things really start to quiet down. We will still have some lingering snow, basically from Saturday morning into about 5 p.m. or so Saturday, when things really start to shut down, and most of the precip will be over with after sunset or so Saturday evening. So not expecting a whole lot of additional accumulation. So Friday is definitely the big day for the snow. And as we get into Sunday, snow will be non-existent. So I mentioned the wind a few times already, and wind gusts remain a concern today. We do have those wind advisories in effect for portions of the area, and you can see why. We have widespread wind gusts in the 35 to 45 mile per hour range for a good portion of the area. And these winds will continue into the evening hours as well. This is the 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. time period, so you can see things are still quite breezy. So it's going to be an all-day event with the wind here. But as we head towards Saturday morning, things will start to quiet down as far as winds are concerned. And this is right now the 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. Time frame, and it's pretty gusty here as we speak at the Pocatello Airport, generally around 25 to 30 right now. But as we get into the overnight hours and into Saturday morning, you can see things start to quiet down a little bit. But it will still be breezy, but not quite nearly as bad as what we had for most of the day Friday. And as we get into the early part of Saturday morning, you can see things continue to trend downward. So as the system departs, we'll start to clear out as we get into late Saturday night and into Sunday morning. So with some fresh snow on the ground and clearing skies, temperatures look to cool down quite a bit over a good portion of the area, with widespread single-digit to below zero readings across the upper Snake and into the higher terrain, while from Pocatello into the Magic Valley, generally expecting low to mid-teens for your Sunday morning wake-up. So again, we have the winter storm ongoing, and we'll continue into Saturday with things improving significantly as we get into Sunday and much of next week. Still have those winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in place, as well as the wind advisory today. But as I said, after Sunday, things look to quiet down for at least much of next week. So with perhaps some warming temperatures as well. So that's it for the briefing today. If you need any more information from us, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you, and have a great Friday.